Valheim is a game that has a tri-core play pattern of exploration, building, and combat. And in order to do all three of these things more effectively, I'll be going over some of the most powerful and potent tips that'll help you through your playthrough and maximize your play sessions with your friends. To kick our tips off, let's talk about being well rested. And no, I don't mean getting 8 hours of sleep, but I mean letting your Viking sit and rest in comfort. You are a warrior, but you have limitations. You need to sit in a comfortable region and gain a rested bonus. While you are resting, you get a significant recovery to your health and to your stamina while you are resting, but once you have received the well-rested effect, you will have a bonus of 50% to your health regen and 100% stamina regen. Having double your stamina regen is going to completely change the way that you fight, the way that you run, the way that you explore, the way you harvest. You're going to have twice as much stamina to move around. You're going to get hit less that often. You're going to be able to block that much more. You're going to be able to attack that much more. It's a must-have. Now, you can increase the length of your well-rested bonus by increasing the score of your comfort in your house, but that's a different topic for another video. I suggest placing down decorations and exploring some of the rugs and furs, and you'll see exactly how to do that just by messing around with that a little bit. And while we're talking buffs, let's talk debuffs. The cold effect is most commonly applied at night and gives you a minus 50% health regen and a minus 25% stamina regen. Just be aware that when night falls, you are going to get this debuff unless you are standing near a campfire, a working smelter, or a working charcoal kiln, unless you're running some kind of frost resistance or armor that prevents this. Those are much later in the game, though. For just the beginning, let's just be aware of what will occur to you when you're in that position. You're gonna notice that your ability to fight, your ability to sprint, your ability to dodge roll is going to be slightly diminished at night, so just keep an eye on your stamina bar, maybe walk a little bit more. In addition to that, the wet effect is going to be applied to you whenever you are either waist high in water, or if you are in or exposed to a constant rain. You receive the wet effect, which gives you a minus 25% health regen and a minus 15% stamina regen. Their combined effects give you a minus 75% health regen and a minus 40% stamina regen. That is a lot. That actually, you will feel that, especially if you are lacking the well-rested buff. If you are both cold and wet, you will find yourself in a scenario where you are significantly reduced in your ability to fight, gather, parry, so it's generally an okay idea to sleep through the night. Now, I want to show you the most influential tip you can do from the beginning of the game that will carry you and give you long-lasting benefit from the start of your world. Please, 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 please do this. Mark your map. It's that easy. It's that simple. Write down where things are. Not on a piece of paper. Use the map tools. Left click, drag it out. RB for raspberries, BB for blueberries, TH for thistles. Mark down where things are so that you can come back reliably to where resources are. You're going to need a lot of raspberries, blueberries, thistles, dandelions, and raw meat. You're going to need these things for higher food recipes, and you're going to need these for meads, which is going to be able to give your character long-lasting buffs for later in the game. That's going to assist you in a great way to explore a lot of these biomes that are in the later parts of the game. And especially if you have a large group, you're going to want a lot of these. And especially if you're solo, you're not going to want to have to go and collect these again. So while you're exploring the Black Forest and the meadows and you're exploring your starting island, pick up everything. Pick up as much as you can of these things. Mark down where they are so that when you do need them again, which you will need them again, you can always run out and you can quickly get what you need and not have to re-explore areas where you've already been to just looking for a little bit of berries. One more thing for efficiency is if we look over here, we've got our food set up here, a nice little kitchen. We've got a little bit of a roof over the chests and the cauldrons so that we don't have too much going on. We've got our food organized into different little areas here, and we've got it all in here in one little station. We got veggies, sweets, more meat, meats and meads, plants and worms. We actually moved our meads over to here where our fermenters are. We've got this nice little overhang here for the fermenters. But for the first thing here is we've got the double rack. Let me peel this back so I can so you guys can see. We have just a two small little 2.5 half planks here. We've got a cauldron and double cooking rack on either side, just so that we can happily have both our cauldron and our cooking station all in one package. If we need to cook any of the raw meat or any necktails, we can just quickly just add those and just say boom, 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 boom. And just so we don't get too close, right there should be good enough. That way we can't walk into the fire, but we can still operate everything. We can still light the fire, and we can do everything, and we can reach all our chests, all standing in one location. Alright, the next tip I want to give you guys is here in the Black Forest. When you are mining copper deposits, there's a couple things you can do. One, when you start to mine your copper deposit, what is visible here on the surface when you start to break into it? This is not all that is here. In fact, I just want to show you. When I start to break this copper down, I can see there's just stone earth here, right? But if I only look at what's right here, it looks like I need to just keep mining up here, but that's actually not quite true. The copper goes quite deep underneath. And if I just peel back this layer real quick for you, you can actually see there is a whole nother chunk of copper right here, right underneath here. And so if you can dig down, you can create a little bit of an excavation site. And look, there's kind of this tri rock pattern here. And I can be mining down here for quite some time. And switching between getting some copper and getting stone, and sure, you can certainly mine from the top down, but just make sure you're getting that lower layer. Otherwise, you're gonna miss a lot of this copper deposit. Another quick tip for this is you can set up a campfire or two kind of on the outside, and that will spook and at least keep a lot of the gray dwarves just kind of running around. They don't like fire. And another thing is you'll always be able to hear them coming because they're going to start throwing rocks at you. Just like you've heard this guy, he's just going to try and start pelting me with rocks if he can get line of sight on me. But definitely use this trick. A lot of people are sleeping on this. Make sure you get a lot of this extra copper that's just laying here under the earth, and you're gonna need twice as much copper as you will tin. So make sure you take advantage of this because you're gonna need a lot of it. My second piece of advice for when you're digging out and working on a copper area is not only, if you notice, I set up that fire, but now that when I'm under here, I'm actually resting with a comfort 3. I've got shelter, fire, and now I'm receiving a well-rested bonus, and I'm getting that 100% stamina regain bonus, and I'm able to come up in and just continue to pound away at these rocks and really get a good rhythm going against the copper. The other thing I recommend you do is bring 2 picks with you. If you have only made one so far, the other thing you can do is once you make now that you've made your workstation where you crafted your bronze pick, you can actually take a hammer, tear down that that forge, and bring that copper right on over, bring all those materials right on over, and set it up right on the inside or on the outside if you prefer, probably on the inside so that it doesn't get destroyed, and just set it down here, and you'll be able to continually repair your pick, and you can stay out for long periods of time, harvesting as much copper as you need. All right, those are my tips and tricks for today. These are just a couple quick tips about fighting, exploration, food management, just some simple things to keep you efficient, keep you running on your sessions, keep you well fed, so that you can fight and explore to the best of your ability each play session, whether you're solo or with a group. Leave a comment on any other really useful tips that you find in the beginning stages of the game, and I'll be back with another video like this one explaining the next steps of the game and explaining some other powerful tips that'll help you progress through to the third boss and even to the fourth one. All right, thanks for watching. This has been Ghrex, and have a wonderful day.